when I really got involved with RAs, and we used to do a puppy show before. There was a certain time set out for a puppy show, and I was involved in that. And I just remember having a lot of fun. I remember I gave my life to Christ for the first time around that age. And once I gave my life to Christ, it seemed like I got away from it really, really quick. And I remember going to church, and I'd drink on the weekends. When I was in high school, I started drinking young. And I remember going hungover to church. That was Satan was putting in my mind was that that's who I am, that's the way it is, because of having a grandpa and uncles that were alcoholics. They all died of alcohol-related death. You know, I'd say the lowest point in my life was about 5 years ago, when I've already, between the ages of 18 to 5 years ago, it's pretty basically the same thing. Drinking, drugging, partying, from going from job to job, couldn't hold a job, wasn't amounting to much. And it was pretty low, but the lowest, I've been in and out of jail, which was no big deal. I kind of got used to it, but for some reason, 5 years ago was different. Something was different, and I got caught with drugs and drinking again. And this time, it's just something different. I remember sitting in jail that morning, Saturday morning, and pleading to God to get me out. I couldn't get a hold of nobody to bond me out, and I just thought I was gonna sit there for a while, but just something was different inside of me, and it just really started to bug me, and that was the lowest point in my life, because I could see everything just crumbling down, before my very eyes. And because of my upbringing and going to church, I knew where to look, and I was so low, and at such a low point in my life, I had no choice but to look up and prayed to God. It was a prayer that I never thought in my life I'd pray, especially being in jail. So I prayed, if the Lord would please keep me out of here, I'd serve Him. And as I was praying, I heard the jailer come in with the keys, and I thought I was gonna go get, put in the population, but he came in and he said that I was getting bonded out. So I get bonded out. I see Julie, and how mad she was. I was trying to get back in. And that's when I first saw God move quick, and that was on a Saturday. That Sunday, I figured I better hold on to my side of the deal, and I went to church, and I gave my life to Christ. That I just made the devil mad, that he's gonna want me back. He said, no matter what happens, no matter if you fall, it doesn't, he said, it doesn't matter what happens as long as you get up and keep moving forward. He said, don't ever stop moving forward. And through this transition, I remember that a lot, because I did good for a week, and then I went right back to where I was. It was a roller coaster of going back and forth, and I told myself, well, I'll just change when Dallas gets here. I'll just stop then. And Julie surprised me and showed up with Dallas, and me looking at him, on drugs. It just tore me up, and I bawled like a baby that night. And the conviction was so much that I never turned to drugs or alcohol again. So I gave my life to Christ 5 years ago, and Dallas has just turned 3. So it's not for me, it wasn't one day to the next. It took a couple of years to get me straight, but what I've learned is that God continues to work in me, and I continue to mature and grow, and it's a process, and I think it's gonna be like that till the day I move on. That God made us for a reason. We're on this earth for a reason, and that reason is to serve Christ. There is hope, and there is strength and courage in Jesus Christ. I thought I was happy, drinking and having fun, going to dances, but now that I've come to know Christ, I know what true happiness is.